Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your tweets. Ali with us, Stevie. Is that wire from you? What? Do you need to plug that in? Can you not hear anyone?
Here. Well, I was shocked. Actually, you caught me on the hop there, you went, hello, Extra Time. I thought...
Right, OK. Right, Ali will sort you out. Gab and Jules are with us while this continues here. Gab, I wanted to ask you something that I didn't have the chance to on the show. Why was everyone booing Donnarumma?
There we go. You're good now, Steve.
Well, I still can't hear him.
Because the game was in Milan, and because he played for Milan, and because he turned down their contract offer and left as a free agent. And, you know, we've been here before with him, but, you know, nobody likes that. And I think there's a fair bit of schadenfreude as well, given that, you know, he's often Keylor Navas's backup at Paris Saint-Germain. But yeah, Milan fans really, really, really do not like him right now, as often happens when you pull what they consider to be a bit of a Judas move.
Ooh. A lot of bad blood towards Donnarumma. I take a lot of bad blood towards you, Steve.
What?
Over some of the comments you've made over the last couple of days.
No. Like what?
You will see. I think we've got 7 questions. 5 of them are having to go at you.
Okay.
First one, Stevie got it wrong and Gab was right. Spain got the win.
Is there a question there?
Correct.
Right.
Absolutely, and they deserve that.
Because yesterday you said Spain had no chance.
Well, I put it that going forward, you don't know what you're going to get. And I also put it that defensively, they make mistakes and give goals away as much as they keep the ball. I think it was a rational conclusion I came to why I thought Italy would win the game. No, it just turns out that I was wrong, and they absolutely, on the day, were fantastic and deserved to win the game.
So that's your first comment. You said that basically Spain had no chance. Second comment, somewhere over the last 24 hours, you said Jorginho should be getting the Ballon d'Or. Please ask Stevie why he said on individual performances Jorginho deserves a Ballon d'Or. What performance? Scoring penalties.
Well, I think that's unfair to you know, it's a team game.
Right.
And people will turn around and say, well, Messi can do it on his own and Ronaldo can do it on his own. But that's not true. They have to get the ball from somewhere. And if they don't get a supply, then they can't score goals, the two of them. And what Jorginho has done for Chelsea and Italy has been fantastic.
So he was the best player in the world last year?
I never said that.
That's what the Ballon d'Or is given for, isn't it?
Well, that's not true. That's not true. It's not. Listen, if it was to be given to the best player in the world, depending on what side of the fence you're on, either Messi should have won it the last 12 years, or Ronaldo, depending on where you sit.
And that's pretty much the way it's going.
Which by the way,
that's the way it's
you'll shut up and let me finish. Because you're being clever now.
I'm not being clever.
Smart.
Just saying facts.
Well, no, you're not, because you're not clever.
I'm just saying facts.
Anyway, if Barcelona and Real Madrid had won nothing. Portugal had won nothing.
Right.
Argentina had won nothing.
Yes.
And it was to be the best player in the world, then one of those two would have won it.
Right. But they had won things. For example, Argentina won
I'm just telling you that had they not...
No, but they had.
But had they not, and if it's supposed to be the best player in the world, they would still have got it.
OK. But, for example, Messi...
So, Jorginho... so your argument is, well, they did win things with a team.
Yes.
Right. Well, Jorginho won things with his team.
Sure. But who would you have from their performances last year?
So it's not the best player in the world.
Do I want Jorginho? I'd want Messi.
So it's not the best player in the world then?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Are you telling me that you think Jorginho's the best player in the world?
No.
Right. Ask me the same question.
Was Jorginho the best player in the world last year?
No, he's not the best player in the world.
So why do you want to give him the Ballon d'Or?
Well, because his achievements.
Right.
He achieved the Champions League.
Yes.
With Chelsea.
Yes.
And he achieved the Euros.
Yes.
With Italy.
Correct.
He was part of 2 incredibly successful teams.
Yes.
And that's why he deserves it. He made a huge contribution to both.
Very true.
Doesn't mean that I think if I'm in a schoolboy yard pick tomorrow, that I'm picking him first.
So your credentials are different to most. That's what the key to it is.
Well, pretty much.
Like, for example, obviously,
Lewandowski
broke Gertmuller's record, which no one thought would ever be broken.
No, for that reason alone, he could win it.
Right.
If I'm picking a team tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And it's between Lewandowski or Jorginho first,
Yes.
I'm picking Lewandowski.
Right, okay.
So that's 2 players ahead of Jorginho.
Right.
That you're picking.
So what's the criteria?
But everyone has different criteria, isn't it? I think that's the
Well,
thing.
that's exactly that's why we criticise the Ballon d'Or every single year, and we have the same argument every single year.
Right.
Well, the team really played for better teams. Well, Lewandowski doesn't. He plays for Poland, so then he's never
But
going.
Jorginho's an interesting pick. From I know he won 2
Well, we'll go
tournaments.
back to your smart Alec. Is he the best player in the world?
Right. Well,
And
no.
he's not.
Right, okay. So would you like to change your mind?
I think we just cleared that, right?
Yeah, that was very rational, Stevie. Very rational.
Right,
So, hold on a second. And what they're referring to is,
Yes.
I basically had to pick from 3 players: Messi,
Right.
Lewandowski, and Jorginho.
Well, yes,
On the
but you've
article.
already said you prefer Lewandowski and Messi in this
So-
discussion.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said you were in a playground, you picked
I didn't.
Lewandowski.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go back to Messi now.
Right?
So should Messi win it because Argentina won the Copa America?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Away you go.
Away you go.
Away you
so
go.
if it's supposed to be the best player in the world,
Yes.
right? If Argentina hadn't won the Copa America,
Yes.
Messi wouldn't have got it.
No. But they did.
But the team won it,
Well, because of Messi.
arguably. Arguably because of Messi.
Okay.
Tell you what,
Away you go.
you like heads and tails, don't you?
Okay, right.
Hey.
Sorry, Gamagels, it's more for Stevie, who upset other people over the
my
last 24 hours.
I'm
Stevie,
exhausted.
I'm not even a Benzema fan, but I was shocked yesterday by how you gave him no appreciation and credit for his dominating start to the season.
Well, that's. It's amazing how people take things a completely different way.
Right.
Than
You
what
said,
they're
but you said
intended.
yesterday Benzema
No,
only scores tap.
Listen, we were doing extra time, and we were talking about Mo Salah's goal, how fantastic it was.
Yes.
And I was forcing the point by saying, "Oh, what's Benzema done? What's Benzema done?"
Right. So would you like to take that back?
Oh.
No, Benzema's never scored a goal as good as Mohamed Salah's the other day. He scored plenty of goals,
Okay.
but has he scored a better goal than Mohamed Salah's? I don't think so.
Let's bring in Julien Laurent.
I don't think so.
Stevie, come on. I mean, that
Well,
goal
come on
was
then,
amazing
tell
from
me-
Salah, but Karim
tell me
Benzema
wh-
has done
give me the goal
some
then.
amazing stuff.
Give me the goal.
But was the question the best goal?
I give you the Champions League last season where he controlled the ball with his head and then volley against Liverpool. That was a hell of a goal. That was an amazing goal.
Yes,
Piece
it
of
was an
skill,
amazing goal.
fantastic.
Right, right.
It was an
But
amazing
the question
goal.
wasn't best
The
But it
move
goal.
wasn't
against
better than
Atletico
Salah's.
Madrid in the Champions League.
I can't remember.
No, I didn't say that was better than Salah. I said that he also had amazing moment. That the move that against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, he didn't score from it, but he assisted from it. It's an amazing. It's very similar to what Mo Salah did at the weekend, if you remember it, in the middle of 3 Atletico Madrid players, and then that ended up in a goal in a game that was such a big game in the semi-final of the Champions League
It's amazing
against
that
the
all of a sudden
arch-rival.
every
So-
word you say is gospel.
Everyone,
I mean,
how
seriously.
should we take your words that you say?
Yes. Not serious.
No, well, listen, considering the atmosphere of extra time, it's not exactly.
Okay.
We're not putting our mortgages on the line, are we?
Okay, let's turn away from your criticism of a lot of players to your technology.
Oh, no, it's easy. I don't
Stevie, do you own a Tesla? And what do you think of self-driving vehicles?
I don't own a Tesla,
Right,
but I don't think I would trust a self-driving car
right.
right now, to be honest with you.
No,
No.
no.
No. Sorry, is that not enough?
No, that's fine.
I'm with Stevie in this one.
Gab, aren't you best friends with Elon Musk, or did I make that up?
Oh, you can't make
to
up
school
things
together.
on here.
Friends with Elon. We went to university together. We went to.
There you go. I
at the
knew
same
there was a
time.
connection. I remember that from when we were together somewhere.
Oh.
Now, this is a good question.
But by the way, sorry, just on the self-driving cars, I don't know if anybody's ever been in there. You know that you still have to have your hands on the wheel, right, as the car drives itself.
Why?
So, in terms of like resting or whatever, all you're doing is just not moving the steering wheel, but you still have to put your hands there. So, I don't know, man. I think they kind of just step it up several levels before you really get that value added.
Yeah, can't you just go in the back and have a nap? What's the point in having your hands on the wheel?
You can't. No, it doesn't work. The car
Gosh, you
doesn't
just-
work
like a
unless you have
Disney
your
World,
hands.
just on
If it doesn't feel. Yeah.
The Grand Prix?
Yeah, the Grand Prix of Disney World. Got to get off the track. What's the point? Okay, right. It's
Yeah, that's a great ride,
Right,
man.
hey.
It's a classic.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a classic.
Right, anyway. Okay, this is a good question. Who would you choose, or what would you choose? Vardy's career or Harry Kane's career?
Ooh, see, because Vardy's
Isn't
got
that good?
Vardy's got the he's got the Premier League. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna take Harry Kane. I don't think he's done yet, and I think whatever his next move is, may just land them in a team that will win a title.
What if he doesn't?
Tell you what, he's not got long, you know.
What if he doesn't win a
But
title?
that's not part of the question.
No, but I'm now.
Oh, okay. This is an addendum. This is an addendum.
He loves heads and tails, remember.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, I take Harry Kane.
Despite the fact he hasn't won anything.
I'll take Harry Kane.
Stevie?
I mean, Vardy's. Listen, Kane's is they sing he's one of our own for a reason, right? So that's a great story. But Jamie Vardy's story is incredible. Non-league and
He's won the Premier League.
he's won the Premier League. So I'm going to go with Vardy because Kane's running out of time.
Right.
I mean,
Golden Boot at the World Cup. Does that sway anything?
yeah, but Premier League title over a Golden Boot.
Yeah.
I'd take the Premier League title.
Gab, who would you want to be? Harry Kane or Jamie Vardy?
I'll tell you what, and I view this differently because I like stories about people who play for the clubs that they supported as kids, and if they win something, it's worth more. If Harry Kane stays at Spurs, even if he never wins another title, I would go Harry Kane because it's a great story and because he scored more goals and because I think he's a better player. If he leaves, I mean, I have to take the opposite view. If he leaves to join City or Bayern Munich or whatever, and he wins a title on a team that's likely to win a title anyway, to me, that's worth a lot less than what Jamie Vardy did.
Jules?
I'm in Team Kane as well on this one, I have to say.
Really? Why?
Yeah. One, I prefer him as a
If he
player. I
stays
think he's a more talented player than Jamie Vardy. And yeah, Jamie Vardy won this miraculous title with Leicester, and he was fantastic that season, and he's been fantastic for a few years.
It's not
But
who's the best player, is it?
yeah, I'm just more of a Harry Kane guy.
Nice. Good
Well, that's all
question.
right. I mean, Danny Drinkwater has won a Premier League title as well. So.
Yes, but he wasn't key in that, was he?
Yes, he was. Drinkwater was key to
No,
that
Jamie
title.
Vardy was
he was.
like the face, wasn't he, of the title?
No, I
him
understand.
and N'Golo Kante
But when you
Michael.
consider Leicester City winning that title, you think of the sum of the parts. You don't think about the individuals in that team.
I'm just thinking, obviously you guys have played. When you lie back thinking your retirement, Vardy will think back to that win.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will think back to the losses, no? Or the nearlies. Or the just almost.
Well, I hope not. I hope that he looks back in his career and he's proud of what he has achieved.
No, I'm saying he'll be proud, of course, but
Yeah.
there'll be that little gap.
No, but see, for you it's a bud, but for him there may not be a bud.
No, that's true.
Well, you can only answer it on right now.
Right.
That's why I would go with Vardy. If Kane and Spurs somehow win the Premier League, then it changes.
Right.
But right now,
But
I
that
think you got to go
is
with Vardy.
not likely. Okay, good question.
Whoa.
Gab, for someone so wonderfully talented, not you, why did Roberto Baggio change clubs that much? The guy played for all the big teams in Italy, save for Napoli. Was it an attitude issue?
No, I don't think it was. But by the way, he also didn't play for Roma. They kind of Napoli and Roma kind of have a thing there, so I'm sure Roma fans appreciate you saying that. No, I think the reality of Roberto Baggio is he achieved much more for the national team than, weirdly, he achieved certainly at big clubs in Italy. I'd argue that probably towards the end of his second season at Juventus, when Juve made the shift towards Ale Del Piero, Baggio almost kind of became a problem because Italian managers looked at him, and especially back then, they're like, well, how much running does he do off the ball? How much does he work? Oh, he's not as good an athlete as Del Piero. He's not as strong. He's not as smart or whatever. And so, when he moved from there to Milan, it was almost like Milan were doing Juve a favor to bring him on board. And I know it sounds crazy. And then in Milan, very tactical managers. Oh no, you don't fit into my schemes. Rigosaki saying, oh, what do I do with this guy? Capello doing, what do I do with him? Sorry, it was Capello at the time. And so then he goes to Bologna, scores 1 billion goals, moves back to Inter, and it's all great. Oh look, Baggio, Vieri, Ronaldo, whatever. And then it doesn't work out for him because you can't have too many attacking players on the pitch at the same time, and the other guys are younger and better paid or whatever. So that's kind of been the arc of his career. And then obviously then he moves on, goes to Brescia and scores a ton of goals until he's very, very old. But it is the weird thing with Baggio and why he resonates with Italy is that he is seen first and foremost as an Italy player, and then secondly as all the clubs that he played for.
What's he doing now, Gab?
I think he's generally hanging out. He had some involvement with the FA for a while. He's a pretty esoteric guy. A lot of people know the story about how he
I don't know what that word means.
Okay. In a heavily Catholic country like Italy, he decided when he was sort of 19 years old and living in Florence, one day he wanders into a bookshop because he's bored at night, because he can't sleep, because of the pressure of playing for Fiorentina, runs into a guy who runs the bookshop and says, hey, did I ever tell you about Buddha? And he becomes a Buddhist, of course. Changes his religion. That caused some unrest at the time, surprised a lot of people. So he's always a guy who's kind of marched to the beat of his own drummer. Italy, especially back then, is very disciplined, almost militaristic. If you want to be a footballer, you have to follow all these rules. And that just didn't always suit him.
Esoteric.
Come on now.
Come on.
Esoteric. Could never afford my own drummer.
No? Back to you, Stevie.
No.
Oh, did I get a break there?
Whatever happened to your diet that you started in the new year?
Yeah. Well, surprisingly enough, it went the way of all the other ones.
Right. Yeah.
Shocking.
But hey,
Shockingly.
do not fear.
Why?
There's another one starting shortly.
When Eleanor's
Don't worry about
back
it.
on Saturday, yes?
Yes.
Right? And that'll kickstart a
That'll
new diet.
kickstart the new one.
How long will that last?
Ooh, if you go by the history of my diets.
Over and under 72 hours.
48 hours I'm going for. Final question for Dan.
Oh.
Who would win in a 2 versus 2 match if played tomorrow? Stevie and Gab versus Jules and Ali.
Oh, come on. Two between whatever.
That's an easy one.
Two between whatever.
Oh, see, it could be a problem because I can guarantee you, Gab probably can move better than me right now, so
Right.
that's not a good start.
Okay.
So you're depending on Gab. Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Gab's carrying me.
Gab, would you like to come to Team Stevie and Gab's defence at all here?
If we're talking right now as opposed to absolute peak of our professional powers, but I do have to concede, Julien loves his techers. He is actually a very competent amateur footballer. So
that's the most backhanded compliment I've ever heard.
I think
amateur.
Well, he's 40. He's retired now, right, Jules? It was your birthday the other day. So,
41.
they got a couple years on us too.
Monday,
So,
yeah.
So
It's not a contest, is it?
Okay.
So basically,
what would
I
you
don't think it
fancy
would be.
your chances at? 2v2 against Ali and Jules. Any sport, what would you say? I would beat you at that right now.
right now, tennis.
Tennis?
Oh, easy now.
Yeah?
Hey, I can get around the court.
No
you'd
way.
have to.
No way.
Right.
You'd have to get around the court.
Right,
Gab can be at the net.
Stevie and Gab versus Jules and Ali. You'd fancy your chances. Tennis?
Aye.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gab?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah,
I got a
Jules?
big serve. I can do that.
Yep.
No chance.
Zero.
The only thing you can beat us
chance.
at is darts or maybe pool. That's all you can beat us at.
Oh, wow, we got to make this happen.
I'll tell you what, you're going to upset some dart and pool players.
Why?
What's wrong with darts and pool?
Who said darts and pool? Did he? I missed that. Someone was in my ear.
Very derogatory tone as well.
Oh, wow. You'd be darts and pool, would you fancy?
It wasn't.
yes.
To give you some
Pub
hope.
games.
I can tell you where there is no chance for Jules and myself.
Right.
A beer drinking game.
Beer drinking?
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, this guy wins it, running away. God doesn't even need to participate.
Beer pong is that's just game over. But we reckon darts, pool, tennis.
No, tennis, no chance.
No,
I can get around the court.
Nah.
As I said, they'd have to.
Hey, this can be good.
Pub games, absolutely. Gab and I would destroy them.
There you are.
Yeah, well, yes, for sure. I cannot even tell you last time I was in a pub.
That is it.
How's the dominoes, Gab?
Dominoes. Oh, this is it. The Stevie and Gab Olympics. Be sure to join us tomorrow. We're talking not about soccer. No. What?
Soccer ball.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.